Good morning, everyone. Hope you got your proper crew rest from last night's flight. I think I'm a little on the illegal side, so this should be a good run. Oh, just kidding. No, we're back home. We're in Sparta, Illinois. We're about 45 minutes from the hangars of Flying with Mike, and we're getting ready to take the Arrow out. Yeah, you what? What Arrow? You talk about the British bomber? No, the Piper PA-28 retractable P28R Arrow 3. I have always, and as you've all who've been with this show a lot have seen this plane fly. This is one of my top 10 favorite GA aircraft. Hawker 125's up this early? What? And resubscribed. We sure appreciate you, sir. Welcome aboard. I know. Now you're going to go back to your pillow and go back to sleep. I know. But welcome in, sir. Hey, grab a plane. There's plenty of spots here. We got a fly-in to go to. $100 hamburgers waiting for me. Anyway, would it be $100 brunch? I don't know at this time. But anyway, but yeah, welcome to what flying for a lot of people is let's go fly today and see. Okay, now we're getting a little too personal there, Hawker. No, but seriously, we're off. Many fly out just to their favorite. Believe it or not, there are some fun and some really good food out there at these little airports. You may want to check yours in the area. You may be shocked. They might make Gordon Ramsay call himself out for how bad a chef he is. Oh, did I say that out loud? Anyway, anyway, we're off and going. We are flying, and let me bring up Sim Toolkit. I was really thinking about not flying with it today. We're hoping. Oh, wait a minute. You know, I think I minimized it. There it is. We're hoping for a better day with VATSIM. Why? Well, virtual or the vUSA Flying Club. Well, part of what they do is these fly-ins, and you can't really have a fly-in if you're not on VATSIM. It's pretty tough. You know, yeah, yeah, there, Hawker. Yeah, I made it. But I wasn't online. It's a gathering of pilots, and we're all headed to this state park in Kentucky. As they put it, little south and west of Elizabethtown, if you're familiar with Kentucky, and north of Bowling Green. Says little, I guess they have a really good restaurant there, the way they chimed it up. But yeah, we're flying in there. I wonder if they're going to ship me some food. Morinov, welcome in. Welcome in. Good morning to you as well. So anyway, we're planning 638 pounds worth of payload. I'm going to say right now, take these weights as a guidance. I think we're a little heavier in most of these, just one, to make sure we have enough fuel to get there. Kind of like what we did down to North Carolina a few months ago. And we only have 2 people. The third one got sick, you know, it happens. Planning runway 9 departure, runway 2 arrival, and more VFR route. It's fun to see SimBrief and how it works with VFR. It really doesn't. Because it would have shot us up. Oh, I don't know. What would that be from here? 30, 40 miles north to go south. You know, kind of like when you come out of a parking lot, you can't turn left. So you turn right, find a light, turn left, you know. Go back the way you wanted. So, but yeah, pretty good flight. 75% power, 5,000 feet. Now we're actually going to, how'd it come up 5,000 feet? I put 5,500 feet in. Oh, no, I didn't on the flight plan. No, I did not. Okay. When you look at my strip in VATSIM, it should be correct. It should be. Weather here in Sparta, beautiful. Beautiful, 15 degrees outside. Mittens and scarves are on. Winds are out of the northeast at 3. Oh, wait, no. Wait a minute. I just said Celsius. It's 59 degrees. On its way to a record high, most likely today. I think. I have to go back and look now. We broke it big time yesterday, so yeah, just a beautiful day out of here. Over there at the state park, well, they don't have a weather station, so we kind of get to, as we're flying in, we'll open up the air conditioner and stick the finger out and go, oh, I think the weather is about 70 degrees and about, so we'll see. We'll have fun though. That's what these are all about. That's what these Saturday flights should be all about. So let's get to it, shall we? Okay, hang on here. Oh, Hawker's in a giving mood today, gifting a sub over to Downwind Sim. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Welcome in if Downwind Sim is hanging out here. He's possibly sometime today gonna fly down there, as he is part of the group too. Ah, he's not hanging out. Ah, tell you these people. All right, let's get in the airplane. Oh, first off, let's get the airplane loaded. All right, now you see the little Piper thing down here that you click gives you this. One of my little pet peeves, I'll call it that. I don't know if it's really that or much. Your checklist is here. Maybe. Did it come up? Oh, it's hiding. Okay, that I kind of wish could be somehow up here. So I took it upon myself to download it from the folders. So I don't have to say that anymore. All right, so get all the ground equipment removed. Technically, you shouldn't have to do these to close and open doors. We'll try it again. Down here's your, what your weights and all are. Over here, preferences for how you like your aircraft. We'll get inside and show the glass panel analog. I trained in this plane. I did a lot of flying in this plane and the two siblings, the Warrior and the Archer. And it to me was a phenomenal plane. I loved flying it. Trying to see how I want to say this, because I wasn't flipping the bill. But it seemed, when you looked at the pricing chart, to be a pretty affordable rental at our Aero Club. And I'm not talking simulated. I'm talking real world. By the way, simulated Aero Clubs were not around in the 1980s. Many of you were not around in the 1980s. So that's when I did my flying, got my privates, and flew quite a bit. And well, life has a way of confusing and altering things. Now, whether it was God, that's where I'm leaning to, that steered me on his path. What a path he steered me on. But yeah, I did a lot of flying, trying to be an airline pilot. Let a lot of outside things cloud my visions and so I left flying, much to my chagrin. So, all right, so we're going to roll out of here with 2,500 pounds. Now, here's the tricky part with general aviation, small aircraft. Everything's in gallons. £6 a gallon for avgas. Now, I'd love to argue it with you, but Google backed me up on this one. That's a scary thought. So, but the numbers, you know, I just took 210 for people in the cockpit, you know, what the heck. And 69 pounds, that sounded good for luggage. All right, and then there she is. Now, if this is working right, where you see now the hand, that'll close. Wait a minute, I thought I opened that in the back. Oh, it closed. You can do the same thing to put the baggage in. So it's not like you have to use it unless you need to load it. I would recommend using it to load it. I didn't know those were running. And yes, you can get rid of that. Pilots are going, oh, I wish I could. I know I would have said that. Actually, on this plane, does it matter? Well, yeah, you see your fuel gauge. All right. So if you give me 1 second here. Okay, there's my 1 second. Weather says two. The big thing with VFR flying are altimeter settings. You got to, you know, it helps to keep you a little active in the plane. We've got about an hour and a half from here to there. So looking for airports with AWOS or getting altimeters, what that will do is keep your, in our case, 5,500 feet correct. It'll vary slightly on radars around the area, but overall you'll stay at 5,500 feet. All right, so, you know, I'm going to try something here. Hang on, let me bring up AvTab. And route. Let's see if it'll do it. KSAR, enter. K2I3. Okay, stand by. We'll try something else. Enter. Not found. Okay. Well, darn, wouldn't work. All right, we'll bring up the map. The cool thing would have been if the airport was in, I don't know why it doesn't pull it up. It's in the database for X-Plane. Obviously, we're going there, or at least I hope there's an airport there. So how's that? That looks good. All right. And you can see it's now on the knee board. All right. We'll show a few things off here in a minute. All right, let's get to work here inside. We've already done the walk around. So we're up to the pre-start. Brakes. 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 Do we have brakes? Yes, we have brakes. They're set. Circuit breakers. Oh, there's so many here, folks. I don't know if we can handle this. Hang on, let me see. I think if I do this and this. Yeah, I think, oh, those, oh, just way so many. They're all in. Alternate air. You know, that's something I never used in the airplane. I did use carburetor heat, but never anything with alternate air. Prop area. Oh, prop full increase. Prop area is clear. And avionics are off. And fuel selector on. Zitit Zayed tank. That is a good check right now to do. To make sure, first off, it's not. Okay, it's on a tank. It should be. Okay. Let's start it up. Throttle, open up. Well, let's, you know what, turned right there. Click, click. And electric pump on. Mixture rich. Area clear. Crank it. Dang it. Okay, we'll go the old-fashioned way. All right, prop started, mixture full rich, throttle adjust, oil pressure is up, and looks good. Warming up. You know, that's the one thing I've always hated. 1400 to 1500, that looks good while we warm up. All right, now we can take our attention to the radio master. All right. Let's go to flight plan, go here, click in, and then scroll for SAR. Now there may be multiples in here, so be careful. Kilo 2 I3 boom, that's the one we want. Enter. Oh, excuse me. All right, and then we'll go here. And that shows us our general track, 099. Okay, basically pretty much runway heading out of here. Hawker Hawker is in the giving mood. Thank you again, sir. Appreciate the 100 biddies. Okay. I like having the backup. Boy, he really went all out. Now we're up to 200. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. Enter. And we get... Well, welcome aboard, Pratt. Oh, I lost it. Where did I lose it? Oh, there you are. Pratt PT6. 300 biddies right now. Do I hear 4? Do I hear 4? 4, 4, 4, 4. Going 5, going 5. Yeah, see, I don't do it the way they do it. I keep going up until someone raises their hand. Okay, it gets to 1,000, you know, what can I say? And Pratt PT6 is in with the subscription. Welcome in. Thank you, sir. Oh, the lights in the hangar here, much appreciated. Okay, those are ready. All right, we said 099. That looks pretty doggone close. Let's, oh no, it's not. There we go. All right, and our first, hey, Pratt, how are you? Where's my flight plan? First up is Ewing. And then, oh, I don't think oh yeah, I could have. Hang on. 113. 3, okay. Okay, that one's ready to go. 122.8. We'll check for our common traffic frequency here in a minute. And after that, we're headed to Owensboro 10865. We'll worry about that en route. Anything of value along the way? No. Okay, so we'll leave things set like that. Common traffic frequency out of here is 12305. All right, we're set, ready to go. Last thing to set, good old auto. All right. Our altimeter, we said 2989. Of course, you could set it here, and I think we're ready for a go at it. Okay, fuel. Evens right now. How about we get going? Sparta common traffic, November 10, or correction, November 8229 Yankee. Taxi to runway 9. Which is going to be behind us, isn't it? Oh no! That's a grass strip, hang on. What's the wind here? 080 at 3. We're gonna go north. We're gonna go north, young folks. Correction, Sparta traffic, 8229 Yankee, Piper Arrow 236. We could do a grass takeoff. I really don't want to. Okay, do a quick run up. All right. All right, throttle 2000 RPM. Okay, and magnetos. They look good. They're not dropping more than 175 RPM, nor are they 50 apart. Okay, vacuum looks good. Oil pressure, check, good. Fuel pressure's good. Engines warming up. Cylinder temperatures look good. Prop area. All right. Now, what we're about to do here is just to get the oil moving in that spinner up front so that we can set our blade. Few times at it. Okay, and okay. Final checks, fuel selector, proper tank. Looks good. Engine gauges all look good. Top and bottom. Let's see, alternate air is off. Seat backs up, mixture set, props set, harnesses set, flaps. We'll go 1 notch. Trim. Looks good. Controls. Okay, they look good. Air conditioner off. Is it closed? Oh yeah, here's the air conditioner. No, they actually do come with air conditioning, some of them. And we're ready for takeoff. Flap set, trim set, accelerate 65, 75, control wheel slightly pull back, and away we'll go. Here we go. Sparta area common traffic, November 8229 Yankee, departing 36 to the east. Now, do not rush the gear. If that engine were to go, if you still had runway, it takes time to get it back down. And also be ready for torque and P factor. Okay. Flaps are up. that traffic departing the pattern to the east. Have a great day. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and set takeoff thrust. And if I wanted, and I am, I'm going to go ahead and throw it on. Alright, and she's getting on course as we're through 2,500 feet on the climb out. 2,500 RPM. And we'll push just a little more manifold in, not too much. And there you go, we're on our way. Nothing but farm fields. And yeah, it sometimes in days like this takes time to get to altitude. but we're on our way. I'm glad you're here. If by chance you flew with us last night, you would have witnessed something I have only seen maybe once on VATSIM, where I think, those of you in the know, please correct me, one of the VATSIM servers went down. And didn't go down in a nice way either. It was this, I think it was one of the US servers. I could be wrong, but you could not stay up hardly at all on it. And it started once we got into Atlanta Center, so I don't know the whole, not once, but a good way in. And, oh, it was just, I mean, most of the centers were out. Many of the pilots ended up flying their flights offline. It was a little nasty deal. So you want to play conspiratorial theorists? Go right ahead. I'm not, although it did cross my mind. But why? But yeah, it was quite an ordeal last night. So hopefully you weren't caught up in that. Most of the time I would say it's my end. That one I could honestly say, listening to everyone out there, it wasn't just me. So it was definitely network related. What it was, I don't know. What kind of bug they got, what happened, but yeah, it was nasty. So I hope today is a lot better. Like I said, it kind of takes the out of a fly-in. Can't see Tom, Dick, or Harry out there when you don't have an online network. So, but yeah, that was an interesting run. I'd love to hear your takes on last night, sort of, kind of. But I would stay away from conspiracy thinking because I'm sorry. To go after VATSIM is kind of ridiculous. You didn't affect any air traffic, real world, only in the computer world. So, our little part of the fly-in is on its way. Oh, by the way, if that engine noise is too much for you, many add-ons now, not just Thronda. Thronda was one that led the way on this. Just click here. You just put your headphones on. Oh, really? For the past 3 weeks? Captain Bombaso reports. Wow. You know what? Here I am straining to read my messages, and it's sitting right in front of me. My cell phone. It's what you get when you haven't been in the cockpit for 4 or 5 days. Okay, that looks good. Now, that'll be easier to read. Maybe. Uh-oh. What did I do? Oh, I know what I did. Okay, there we go. All right, we're at 5,000 feet. We're getting ready to level off. We'll get this sucker up to about 120-ish, I think, maybe 130, and cruise along the Illinois cornfields above them. Well, let's see if anyone dared to come up with me and fly with me today. They're all waiting for me over there. Okay, hang on. I want to make sure. And at the same time, all right, looks like we're leveling off. Yeah, you know, I thought being on the sectional map, well, it will help, just not for what I wanted it. Hang on. Okay, let me pull up Sky. Where is Sky Vector? There it is. Wow, we don't really have a lot of airports along our track to help us with altimeters. All right, we got Rend Lake right up ahead of us. Oh, yeah, we do. Here we go. Carbondale. Uh, 2988. Okay. Yeah, that's Rend Lake. What I almost set this up to pilotage, meaning we would have been down a lot lower and basically following different geographical points to get us from Sparta to the State Park Airport we're going to. But I found this route and thought, you know, we'll just go VOR to VOR and in. Now, if I've done, well, no, it won't matter. So, but yeah, that is Rend Lake here. It's about 20, 30, about 40, 45 miles from us here at the hangar, and it looks pretty good. Not far to the not far off in the distance there is Southern Illinois University, Carbondale. And Marion. Marion is where some commercial activity goes in and out of. But yeah, it's a beautiful flight today. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. There's the flap control. Now, Pipers have an interesting flap control. I can attest to it. I like it better than Cessna. Cessna used to use a manual flap. Then they got sophisticated and put electric in. Good. Unless your alternator goes out and your battery, you could end up with hung flap, one higher than the other. Where Piper, at least something major has to happen for the flaps to get damaged. It's just a handle you pull up through. You might have heard me 1 notch, 2 notch, 3 notches. That's what you got. Or Cessna, you know, you have your degrees and all of that neat stuff. So I prefer Piper 2 reasons. The simplisticness of it. There's another system on the aircraft that is a phenomenal safety item. I kind of like You know, when the parachute came with the Cirrus, and then all pilot owners wanted one on their plane, because that is just one dynamite safety feature, all aircraft. I might even add somehow, if you could figure out how to do it on airliners too, should be incorporated. The ballistic parachute, meaning pilot becomes incapacitated, you pull the bar and boom, engine kills and the chute goes out and the plane lands safely. Or what's the new one out there? And it just did this not long ago. Oh, it just did the first auto land. Oh, I can't remember. But there is an aircraft out there that pilot becomes incapacitated, and in his briefing to passengers tells them, you do this and the aircraft will fly itself to an airport, announce the emergency, the needs and all of that, and land itself. Oh, what was that airplane? It was amazing to read. And Captain Bombay, so low wing or no wing, Piper, all day. Well, there is another safety feature, and I do believe this should be on all airplanes. I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, that was an amazing story here not too long back. But yeah, there's these neat systems that come along. The system that Piper came up with, if you don't override it. And I have a story about that from a guy at the Aero Club that I used to fly with. That when you get to a certain airspeed, the landing gear goes down. Now, here's the part of the story I can't remember if it brings the landing gear up. How does it do this? Very simple, actually. Sorry, it's loud. Bear with me a second, let me turn it down. I know to some that's music in the ears. To me, it's cause for earplugs. Whoa. Okay. Your standard pitot tube is right here. Airspeed and other things work off it. There is a secondary pitot right here, and that was the one that would, when the system it is connected to read, oh, was it 85, 80? You would think I'd never forget these numbers, but I did. The landing gear automatically came out. In essence, the thought process was you would never belly land. But there's a way to disable it. And we had one of those hotshot, arrogant pilots. I believe he actually owned his Aero and leased it back to us. I don't need stuff like that. I'm good enough at what I do. I will never have the landing gear up. He disabled it. No. Next flight, he belly landed. Next flight, Mr. Arrogant belly landed. Had that system been engaged, the wheels would have been out. Yep. Oh yeah. NTSB and the Aero Club and the Air Force all concluded the lever was never down. Gump. So, yeah. The part of that story that's so amazing, it was just the next flight. But yeah, it's a nice safety feature on these planes. And I personally would never disable. It's not my plane to start with. It was a rental. But boy, that's a lot of arrogance and a lot of money afterwards to fix that one and whatever else they said he had to do. But yeah, kind of things to think about. But got a couple more big aviation news to get into. I wanted to last night. ATC was just pretty much rocking us all the way from Indianapolis down to Greensboro. But yeah, those two big ones. The big one being the aircraft that pilot, I think, died. Don't quote me on that one. Passenger pulled the switch and the airplane. Oh, I think it was. Is it a Cirrus jet that does that? Anyway, whatever it is, I can't remember the type aircraft. First successful auto land with a pilot disabled and a passenger pushing the button. Not the passenger flying it. The aircraft made the radio calls. The aircraft systems told them of, what's going on. The fire crews were waiting. Everything textbook as an emergency should go, except nobody flying the plane, except for the computer. Scary in one sense, praiseworthy in another. Just amazing. And I really wish I could remember the aircraft this comes with. Because I remember when they talked about Cirrus and the ballistic chute, many doubted it, or many were unsure of it. And then the first one happened successfully. It was the very first one, and it was successful. And everyone swarmed for it, and we're actually trying to find out how to put it on their aircraft for that feature. So, yeah, what an amazing world we live in now. I know. Yeah, I know. You'd all like to see that instead. The other big news that came out, I saw this week, real world. And it involves Atlas, air cargo, air freight. I don't know what their full title is, but Atlas, one of the largest air cargo operators out there. They secured 20, I believe it was, orders for A350 freighters. First off, I didn't know the A350 had been converted or being converted into a freighter. That's pretty cool, because I heard some people say they didn't think it possible, but I could see a freighter. If it could haul people, I could see it hauling freight. So that'll be interesting to watch over the next few years to see how that happens. Could be the complete demise now of the 747s. Don't know. We'll have to watch, wait and see. And where I get my stuff from is my dad. He sends me some emails of interesting, newsworthy items in the world of airline and of aviation too, but more towards the airline side of the house, air cargo, airlines. Being he was an airline pilot, and once he retired from the airlines, corporate pilot. Once he gave that up, he was a trainer for 737s and Airbuses, as well as some of the corporate stuff. Oh yeah, yeah. See, now that's what I kind of thought. It can't be that hard to convert if you already put the amount of people they put in them. It can't be that hard. Someone said it was something with the floor in it. I'm like, again, if you could put the people in it, how can that be so hard? But I am no aeronautical engineer. Wanted to be one as a kid. So, till I saw what it took, it went, yeah, I don't even know what kind of math that is. I know today it's called calculus. But anyway, there she is. So the Piper Arrow. Currently, oh, where are we? Oh, I could actually now switch into VOR flying if I wanted. We're not that far out from Evansville. Let's take a look. Do we see the Ohio River that way? No, not yet. I think my only other pet peeve with this airplane are the windows. I think they're too wide. But again, 35, 40 years of memory loss, or memory, they might be the right size, and I just don't. And I'm even trying to remember from a flight a couple years back in my uncle's Piper Arrow. I don't know, but I love this plane, and the fact I have one is so much fun to fly. Now, for those who caught wind that I was thinking about flying from North Carolina up here to Kentucky, there's a lot going on in our household today that I thought, you know what? Yeah, I could have flown that. And yeah, my wife was perfectly okay with going to the first half of what we have. We got a couple of, I don't know how to, is it funerals, viewings? I never know the exact that we're going to today. And I thought, no, flight sim needs to be, even though I don't get to do much of it now during the week, I got to put it on pause today. So I'm just blessed we got this flight in. She has to work at the at a place called Scooter's Coffee. I know many in this area around St. Louis love it. I hear it's not just St. Louis, but it's around at least the Midwest. And yeah, so she's also a barista, as well as working at a university here in the area. So she knows how to make a cup of coffee. So yeah, I thought, you know, that would just be the right thing to do, is just shorten the flight up. If we get extra time, there is another airport I could fly to from here, not far away, and then call it. So it's not in the Texas area. Okay. Like I said, I don't know how far they reach, but they're basically the dry, you know how Starbucks, but Starbucks you can go in, drink coffee as well as drive through. This is strictly drive through. So, really good stuff though. And they got all those, you know, foo-foo, fancy schmancy kinds of coffee. They really love when I come up to the window. Well, actually, I don't. I don't pay that much for coffee. Sorry. Um, Coffee, please. Would you like espresso, mocha, caramelicious? Oh, no, 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 no. Black coffee. That'll be $25.50, please. Yeah. You know, tariffs. Oh, yeah. You got to realize I used to drive a truck many years ago and I could get coffee for free. To pay $5, $10, $15 for a cup of coffee is unheard of for me. All right, we've been flying long enough. Let's take a look at our gas tanks. I think we're going to make a switch. Now, when you do this in a flight sim, be careful. In the real plane, it's hard to mess up. Well, I guess you could, but in the flight sim, it's pretty easy to mess it up. Why? Because you're clicking. All we're going to do is take this valve, move it up to the left tank. Turn your fuel pump on, then verify the engine didn't die on. Oh, I haven't leaned out yet. Hang on. Think I'm doing this right. There we go. And that should help us extend a little bit of range at what we're doing. And then the engine's running fine. The fuel pump can be then turned off. But yeah, we just would have done that from North Carolina to here several times. I do it about every 30 minutes or so, or 5 gallons. I went a little longer today. All right, where are we? Let's see. We're coming up to Pocket City. So yeah, we're almost there. By the way, that is the Ohio River. Evansville should be... Hey, you know what? Let's try something. This... But yeah, all along in here is Evansville. So, but anyway, hey, we got a great crowd in here today. Thank you. Started feeling like people had forgotten since I have, curtailed my flights to just a couple days a week. And glad to see everyone here. I thought everyone was, oh, he's gone, so we don't even look for him. And I'm glad to see a good crowd out here. Now, that or it's all the vUSA group. And hey, I'll take it. Thank you. It makes me feel a little better. Oh, but yeah, yesterday with VATSIM was, whoo, that was ugly. And funny part is I just updated XPilot, nav data. What else did I update? I updated something else. It was unbelievable, all the updates. Oh, yeah, Navigraph. And I'm like, okay, which one did it? And yes, you are not reading something weird. We are in 4.0. We rolled back from the betas because I got tired of the CTDs. I'm trying to track down if XP UIPC is one of the culprits. And I just don't want to have to roll back again. It's kind of painful. Just glad we have that ability, though. Very glad for that. All right, we should be... See, I would prefer 530s in this. Okay, we got about 11 miles. Okay, hang on. Oh, you know what? Are we in Class B? Hang on, hang on. Oh, I think we're gonna hang out of having to talk to a center. Okay, help me out, guys. This is where if I ever wanted to get my pilot's license back, where I get into trouble. According to this outer ring, 4,500 feet's the top, 1,600's the bottom, and we should not have to talk to Indianapolis. If they're even up. Yeah, they are. I'm checking my sectional just in case Navigraph got it wrong. Yeah, even that shows me ducking. I should be okay. I shouldn't have to contact anyone. Yeah, I think we're okay. Worst case, they'll get mad at me like in Burlington. Yeah, we're supposed to contact me. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm contacting you now. Settle down. Do I need to call a medic out? Well, they do, they do. And it's Indianapolis Center, and I talked with them most of the night last night. That guy he was cool, even though we had a lot of people not wanting to talk, which, oh, I'm like, oh, here comes the button getting ready to be pushed on him. But he did a really good job last night. And he got lucky and caught me just as I was ready to push the button to release the brakes for pushback. Oh, hey, who put these little raindrops on me? They're not even... Is there rain out there? Okay, hang on. I don't have it up. Doggone it, I did it again. VATSIM radar. Yeah, there's nothing showing. And see, these are why I'd like to get the betas with X-Plane in case they adjust weather more, like they keep doing every update. And we'll see. All right, we should be about over Pocket City, making that turn any second. If we look off that way, will we see the airport? Hopefully not. Looks like a lot of birds, but no. Okay, now we're direct Owensboro, which is, I lost it. There it is. 10865. All right, and we'll just head that way for about 25 miles. And then we're off to the races to see if our airport exists. It should. Keyword, it should. We did one of these with the flying club. I knew, and I didn't even think about it, but Fox Flight Design, is that what he goes by? Anyway, he's another guy from the I would say great state, but I don't know whether to call it that anymore. Ohio. That when he does a fly-in, this I don't think is his. He'll put a scenery out. Well, he did one with scenery, and I couldn't find the airport. He goes, "Well, didn't you get my scenery?" No, and I should have known with you to get a scenery. He does great sceneries, don't get me wrong. So we're hoping. Matter of fact, there, there. Is there any sceneries? Nope. Okay, so it should be there. Keyword should. Matter of fact, did it even show up on VATSIM radar? Oh boy. It's kind of neat that this state park has an airport. That's pretty cool. Okay, and after, oh, Owensboro. I may have to talk if the tower comes up. I may have to talk. All right. Well, I hope you've all had a fantastic week. I actually had a pretty good week. It's first full, first week sort of kind of on my own, even though Monday I chickened out from driving by myself, the delivery routes. Uh, but yeah, it's actually not a bad gig. And so hopefully this week will be definitely my first week in the truck by myself the whole week. So, but yeah, what a week we had. We basically all over St. Louis yesterday. Wow. What and enjoying the heat. That part always is rough, but it is what it is, Just I might have to add more liquid into my lunchbox. Oh, all right. So, but yeah, it's great. It's nice to actually work 40 hours ish, and Monday through Friday, something I haven't done in quite a while. So now, if I could just come home, um, be alert enough to maybe, a day or two, 1 or 2 nights take up and fly, but there are things I do in the morning that most may not that preclude that. And that's not meant to be a complaint. It just things I feel I have to do. All right, one more check of the go. Okay, we're doing good on. Whoa. Oh yeah, plenty of go juice. Well, I'm right there with you. Soon to be 61, but yeah. But I'm glad, with this job, what was looking like next year, almost forcing myself to have to retire early. Um, just my body just would not be able to take much more what was going on at the grocery store. And I don't mean it's the physicality of it, the kneeling, the bending, the getting up, and this and that. I know where, what my body is. And yeah, both me and my wife had agreed. Yeah, if we can't find anything by then, yeah, we may have to bite the bullet. Now I can extend at least, to the 65, 67 maybe time frame, barring anything outside my control happening. The reputation, yeah, reputation. Yeah, what you said there, Captain. No, from driving the truck, firefighting, those two in itself did a lot of damage, and it's not it's my own doing. Instead of stepping up onto the truck, or stepping down, I should say, through the catwalk down the long way, I jumped off the trailer 4 feet. That, believe it or not, those of you who think you're young, I'll live forever and my body will never, it will. um, Trust me. And when it comes at you, it comes at you pretty hard and fast. Firefighting and, again, with the trucks, again, just the job of firefighting. And add to it AFFF and all of that. So, yeah, I beat my body pretty good. Found out, guess what? I'm not invincible. I, like everyone, have an expiration date. So, but again, can't complain. As the good Lord says, you know, what we sow, we end up reaping. So I'm reaping all of that that I should have listened and listened and listened, and now I'm paying for it with sore joints, knees, arthritis in the hands, and all that good fun stuff. But I can tell you this much, I can outdo the weathermen in forecasting the weather. Joints are hurting. Oh man, here it comes. Sounds like spoiled milk. Nah, not really. I know what I did. I just wish I realized it back then. But that's why they call it life. So, but anyway, I'm glad this job, now it's, you know, yeah, I'm still getting a little beat up like the trucking, but I'm not jumping 4 feet off a truck trailer. I'm coming down off maybe 1.5 feet, 2 foot off the ground. If it's even that. So that's a good thing. Dealing with the drivers of St. Louis, or and you're, you know, you all do it too in your neck of the wood, that part, you know, thinning the head out a little bit more of hair. All right, it looks like Owensboro, we're coming over down below us. Let's take a look outside. Think we're right over the airport. Yep, there it is. Kind of looks like a little neat airport. Neat little story about this town. I've only been to it once or twice when I drove a truck cross country. As a flatbedder, primarily steel hauling, uh, they built a micro mill here. Instead of those big sprawling mills you all saw from the late 1800s, maybe even earlier, you know, throughout the early and mid 1900s, they kind of condensed them. And there was one here that was actually, they nice people. I mean, really friendly and all. But yeah, it was right here. And then Bowling Green to the south with Corvette. So really like that micro plant. There was one also in Blytheville, Arkansas. So yeah, and if you didn't know this, if it sounds familiar, Bowling Green, Corvette, you remember the sinkhole 5 maybe years ago, 10 years tops, that opened up and swallowed many of the rare vets they had in their showroom, or in the museum, I should say. Yeah, that's where that's it. Another interesting fact about the Corvette, they were at one time made in St. Louis. Matter of fact, when they left, that part of the St. Louis area collapsed and is still in distress, jobs-wise, because of that. What a sad, that's such, you know, that part of how the economy ebbs and flows is just, sometimes tears you up. Because you know that's what's causing the problem in a region, but you can't make somebody come back or come or stay, you know, when they don't feel safe. And yeah, just sad. Much like the Saturns that were made, 2000-ish time frame, and where all the parts were made right here in the U.S., not outside the country. Corvette, all the parts were made in and around the St. Louis area. There's a lot of vendors, a lot of stuff that went to that plant. That, it's a shame. All right, we're 20 miles out. I think it's time for a descent. All right, according to this, seatbacks, electric fuel pump on, mixture we're going to keep as is, and we're just going to set 2,500 feet. Let's see how that, oh wait, you got to push the VS button. Thank you. Again, we're coming into, hang on, I'll get you the exact 3,200 foot runway, 75 feet long, common traffic, right on what we're on, 22.8. They didn't change that, did they, for this? All right, let me just get some information here real quick. 32, okay, we went through that. Okay, we'll just keep that handy in case I need it. Okay, looks like we're all set, planned, ready to go. All right, runways here are... Okay, 02 and 20. .290 on the altimeter. And all right, so we've got a little ways to go. My guess is somewhere right up in here. And there'll be a lake we'll be able to see. Owensboro reporting. Well, Elizabethtown, calm winds. 150 at 5 at Owensboro. 130. So really coming in from north to south. All right, here we go. All right. We're still connected. We're still 122.8. Actually, the airport may actually be right about here. Starting to see signs of stuff that could be it. Yeah, Rough River traffic pattern. November 8229 Yankee approaching from the northwest, planning runway 20. Oh, how'd I do that? Might overfly. And enter a left downwind. I think that would be best. So airport is 576. So let's come down to 1,500 feet. Slowly. Oh, look at that. We got a target. Oh, we can see. Try something here. Bear with me. Okay, so only 6 miles. Okay, that's just kind of curious. Rough River State Park traffic, November 8229 Yankee Piper Arrow overhead for entry into a left downwind, runway 20. All right, mixture. And Rough River State Park, November 8229 Yankee, left base, runway 20. And 8229 Yankee, final 20. I hate this stick. Got my parking spot though almost. Yeah, it just sometimes gets real squirrely on the ground. As you can see, that slightest input really hurts it. And Rough River traffic, 8229 Yankee off, runway 20.
Rough River traffic, Steamer November 4051 is taking off on runway 20 to the south. Rough River traffic.
That's runway 2. All right, let's get this sucker shut down. Okay. Avionics off. The electrical switches, they all off, but okay. Props still full, mixture to idle cutoff. All right, magnetos off. Okay, and batteries and such off. All right, welcome into Rough River. We made it. Time on the roundup is, I got to write this in for my PIREP. What time is it? 1-5. We'll call it 5-8Z. All right, and oh, I'm 8229 pop. Okay. All right, we are in the books here. All right, let's get back up here and get ready after we get a short meal. And maybe we'll head over to Owensboro. Actually, Bowling Green could be fun. Glasgow. Let's check, hang on. Okay. I hope y'all enjoyed that. That was enjoyable for sure, for sure, for sure. Okay. Well, I will be right back. Hang on a second, though, before we do that. Hang on, hang on, hang on. That's 32. You know what? We might just go to Bowling Green. But what I do want to do is 156 feet a minute, 71 knots, 2 G's. Blump, blump. And not bad, not bad at all. We could go back to Evansville too. Ooh. We'll see. All right, let me bring Sim Toolkit in here, and then we'll take a quick break and continue on. Let's see, Sim Toolkit. Completing the flight. Okay, an hour and 25 minutes in the air for 154 miles. And we know the numbers. Let's see how we did on the runway. Diggy driver, welcome in. A thumpity thump or a mega thump? 2 G's, you call it. To me, a thumpity thump. All right, we landed 700 feet down the runway, 55 feet right of the center line. Up. Oh. Oh, well, that changes everything. Just got word my wife is headed home, so I won't have any time to fly out a second flight. Well, that stinks. But I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, I was in all intentions of flying a second flight today, but what we've got going on, I think, prompts me better to just call it and tell you we had a fantastic flight from Sparta, Illinois, south of St. Louis, over here to Rough River State Park Airport in KY, Kentucky. Um, what a great day. Thanks for everyone for being here. We're going to go ahead, head out of here. It has been an amazing day. Thank you all for showing up. Thank you, Hawker, for the. What? Beef liver? Yeah, that's definitely a hard pass on that one. But no, thank you, Hawker, for the cheers, for the gift subbing, and for the resub. Thank you. Oh, and gift sub not only Pratt PT6, but Downwind Sim. Thank you, Hawker, for being here. Diggy Driver. Captain Bombaso, it's always nice to have you in the house. And we enjoy flying for the virtual USA Flying Club. So I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. We've got a couple of viewings to go see, which you know how those go. So, but we'll try to be positive with them. Not in that they're negative. It's, you know, someone's passed, so it makes it rough to start with. So we will try our hardest to get another flight in here, maybe this weekend. Trying to start working back into being able to fly maybe a flight or so during the week. But if not, we'll see you next Friday. Y'all have a fantastic Saturday, and we'll see you on the next flight. God bless.